Hello to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to Arsenal TV. This is my preview for Arsenal versus West Ham, which will be at the Emirates Stadium for a 3 p.m. UK time. Now, what do we know about Arsenal? Well, Arsenal are currently now sitting 10th in the Premier League table with 37 points, and Arsenal are now 5 points behind 5th place Manchester United. Now, as we know, that 5th place could potentially guarantee you Champions League football for next season, i.e. with everything that's happened with Man City. Now, if Arsenal pick up 3 points against West Ham, then we will leapfrog to 8th place in the league if Burnley can beat our arch rivals Spurs. Now, last time out in the FA Cup, Arsenal travelled away from home to Portsmouth and picked up a 2-0 win in the FA Cup 5th round. Now, in that game, we saw the debut of Pablo Mari. He made his Arsenal debut and could potentially start in this game against West Ham at the weekend. We also saw the likes of Lucas Torreira. He's now picked up a fractured ankle. Now, I thought that during that game it was a clear tackle, but because of the follow-through that happened, it's now caused him to have an ACL injury to his ankle, and that could now potentially rule him out for the rest of the season. Now, in the FA Cup quarter-finals, Arsenal has been drawn against Sheffield United away from home, and that game will be tough. And because our continued participation in the FA Cup, we now have a game in hand against Southampton, which has now been moved, and it's to be declared when that game will be played. After being knocked out in the Europa League this season, as we know, Arsenal were semi-finalists a couple of years ago. We was also the runners-up to Chelsea, and obviously this time around we got knocked out by Olympiacos. For us to be knocked out against Olympiacos, that win against Portsmouth was a much needed win after our Europa League exit, and that will now get Mikel Arteta closer to his first trophy as Arsenal boss. Now, a win against West Ham will get us one step closer to that Champions League spot. And you know what? It's up for grabs. I think that we can do it, but as I've been saying in previous videos, we need to stay consistent and we need to still pick up the 3 points in these last remaining games. We've got tough matches coming up, and they are going to get very, very tough. Now, what do we know about West Ham at the moment? Well, West Ham are currently sitting 16th on the Premier League table with 27 points above relegation, only by goal difference. They will definitely be needing the 3 points in this game against Arsenal, because if they get the 3 points, they get a little bit away from that relegation drop. If they drop points against Arsenal, then they will be back into relegation. Last time out in the Premier League, West Ham picked up a 3-1 victory at home to Southampton. After that win against Southampton, it sort of brought a bit of relief off of the West Ham fans. But the win against Southampton is actually their first Premier League win since New Year's Day. And at the moment, as I said, that they are currently at risk of in that relegation. And if they are getting to that relegation point, it'll be the first time they've been relegated since 2011. If results are not improved, then they will be dropping out of the Premier League. But they will need to pick up the 3 points in these last remaining games. Now, in their last 3 games, West Ham have conceded 9 goals away from home this season. So they can be got at, and so can Arsenal. But Arsenal has been, we've been defending a bit better this season to what West Ham have. So I reckon that if West Ham can tighten up their defence and sort of play the same sort of tactics as Arsenal, then maybe West Ham might be able to come away with 3 points at the Emirates. So guys, with that said, I'm going to get into my predicted lineup for this game. So starting off in goal, and I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. Pretty plain and simple. He's our Premier League goalkeeper, and that's all I can say about it. So I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. We're going to go to the defensive area, the flat four. First off, at right back, I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin hasn't been playing that great recently. He's been, I would say, a yard off the pace. He doesn't seem to be the same Bellerin that he was before he got injured. And I'm just debating now whether that if he still doesn't start producing and start getting back to his normal self, I would be considering to cash in on Bellerin if it happens. But in this game, we need pace. I think that his defensive positioning has not been great either in the last few games. But I'll give him the benefit of doubt for this game, and I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. We'll go to the left-back position, and I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka. I think he's been brilliant this season at the minute, and I reckon that Gareth Southgate should be considering to call him up for the England squad for the Euros. Saka, he's doing the business for Arsenal at the moment, and it's going to be tight to take him out. So I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka. We're going to go to the two centre-halves. First off, I'm going to go with Pablo Mari. Now, against Portsmouth away from home, I thought that Pablo Mari, he impressed me. You know, he was very calm and collective on the ball. His long-range passing was absolutely brilliant to get away from danger. And he was very, very confident with the ball at his feet as well. His distribution was very good. And, yeah, I would like to see him actually now start in the Premier League game. So I'm going to go with Pablo Mari. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with David Luiz. I thought David Luiz had a good game against Portsmouth. I know he got the FA Cup, you know, man of the match. He did put in a good solid performance. So I've got no problem having David Luiz in this game. So I'm going to go with David Luiz. We're going to go to the midfield pivot. First off, I'm going to go with Denis Ceballos. The only reason why I've gone with Ceballos, as I've said, that Lucas Torreira could be out for the rest of the season now. And I think that Ceballos and Granit Xhaka have a very good partnership in that midfield pivot. And I've got no problem. So I'm going to go with Denis Ceballos. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. I thought Granit Xhaka also had a good game against Portsmouth. Kept the midfield ticking over. I thought he was better out of him and Guendouzi in that game. And I'm hoping he puts in another good performance in this game. So I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. We're going to go to the attacking area, the three that sit in front. First off, out on the right, I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. Nicolas Pepe had a really rough start to his Arsenal career. But just recently, he's absolutely put in a shift in. And I'm hoping, what I want him to do is to take more shots at goal. Try not to hold on the ball, you know, for too long. I know he likes to try and beat players one-on-one. But I would like to see him take more shots at goal and cut inside more as well. So I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. We're going to go to the left side. I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I think that he's been our top scorer this season. Where would we be without Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? I reckon personally we would be in relegation and not West Ham. Arsenal need to do everything they can to keep Aubameyang, whatever the circumstances are. We need to keep hold of him. Because I think that Aubameyang has been our best striker since Thierry Henry. And he's the leading top scorer in the Premier League with 17 goals, joint with Jamie Vardy at the moment. And I would be expecting Aubameyang to score more goals in this game too. So I'm going to go with Aubameyang. Playing in that number 10 role, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Last few games he's been a bit quiet. He has worked hard. But he needs to start opening defence more. I reckon that he needs to start getting back to the way he was when Mikel Arteta first came in, where he was literally unplayable. He needs to get back to that again. So I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Playing up front as a leading striker is going to be Alexander Lacazette. I know Lacazette has been misfiring recently. I know he scored the goal against Olympiacos, and I think that he needs to get more goals. If Lacazette can get more goals, his morale will definitely go up. And Lacazette's hold-up play will be very, very ideal for this game as well. And that's what I'm going to go with, Alexander Lacazette. So guys, there you have it. That's been the preview. That has been my predicted lineup. Let me know in the comments box as always. Do you agree or do you disagree? What you would keep, what you change. If not, let me know of your 1 to 11 and your predicted score. My predicted score for this game, I'm going to go with an Arsenal 2-0 win. Guys, If you're new to Arsenal TV, you're new around here, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Make sure you are smashing a like on this video and making sure you are leaving your comments below. Guys, until my players' ratings after the game, I will see you lot soon. I am out of here.